Thanks for this message, and I'll do my best to answer it the best way I possibly can. I want to share my story, also to help others. How do you go about doing it? Can you message me? Thanks, and glad you're doing well. My first advice would be just to be yourself. Just turn the camera around, be yourself, and see yourself like talking to one person who you want to talk to, whether it be your kids or a family member or your parents or maybe just someone in the street. What sort of advice would you give them from your story? And just be open and honest. Talk to them as if it's a FaceTime video, not like you're talking to loads of people at the same time. If it's a one-on-one call. I personally don't plan what I'm going to talk about, and I don't use a script. I just start speaking and speak from my truth and my heart and feel like I'm talking to my kids when they're older, like in 20 years time and 30 years time, and try to give advice and philosophy and ideas to my kids to leave behind that are more valuable than my furniture and my money when I die. I want to leave behind my philosophy and who I was as a person. So that's what I do, that's what works for me, and that seems to resonate with other people because they seem to be connecting to the story. But in a public speaking setting, it's completely different from talking on a camera. If I was talking to a camera, I'd talk individually, and as if it's a FaceTime call, we'd just talk away, like we're talking just now. I'm just talking as a FaceTime call. But if I was talking in a room full of people, public speaking events where I have spoke on TV, I have spoken public speaking conferences, the SCCC in Glasgow, hotels and conferences, and even a university. And when you're talking to lots of people, you've got to read the room. I made the mistake of just going up and telling my story and people don't even know who I am. So I ask questions before I go in the room. I wonder what they want to get from the speaker, and I try and relate my story to what people are wanting and try and give the audience what they want from me that I can give them that's valuable to them, and I try and keep it short and sweet. I try and not overly load the thing. And at the end, I'll ask questions. I'll say, hi, my name is William Robertson. I'm from Glasgow, and I suffer a mental health condition, schizoaffective disorder, which is schizophrenia and bipolar. And here's my story and my journey. And does anybody have any questions? And the questions, I would go in depth for the questions once people have asked. And that seems to work for me. I don't know if it will work for everybody else, but that's what seems to work for me. Have a start, middle and end. See who you are, where you're coming from, what you're talking about, and then go over what you've talked about, and then ask any questions at the end. And if people relate to your story, fantastic, keep doing it. And if they don't, keep doing it anyway, just keep doing it. And it takes about 10,000 videos until one eventually hits, and it might take 10,000. Just make sure you want to do it for you, and you're doing it for the right reasons, and you want to help others. So it's a fantastic thing, and hopefully this video finds you well. And if it's all about helping other people, then I'm all for it. And hopefully this sort of way I'm speaking to you now can make sense. Like if you want to pick up a book, whether it be sales, marketing, philosophy, psychology, I had to pick up books and read them to slow down my Glaswegian accent. And I was practice my speech. I'm still not the best at it, I still practice a bit. And it's just like practicing the art of public speaking. And maybe pick up books in public speaking. There's the library or Google. Sorry, I was getting a phone call there, I just cancelled it so I can make it. So definitely write your story down, make a blog. I first started with blogging, writing my story down, and then I started speaking my story, and then I started sharing my story, and I've shared it in newspapers, articles, magazines up and down the country and abroad. I've spoken YouTube, and I've spoken on podcasts, STV, news, media, conferences, events, hotels. And I'd say just be yourself, be ruthlessly honest with yourself, talk for the heart, talk for experience, talk for life experience, but at the same time add in the more experience and more education, add in psychology, philosophy, add in the public speaking, learn all you possibly can, and be honest with the audience that you're learning as well, saying, listen, this is where I am in my journey just now, this is what I want to share. So for example, say your name is, because your name's Scrap King, say my name's Scrap King and I want to share mental health advice, and I'm reading this book on psychology. This is the book, and I've not got the confidence to speak in camera just now, but this is my first video, and I'll keep making the videos until I gather confidence, and keep it short and sweet like that. And then people will go on a journey with you, take them on a journey to watch your first speech, to your 100 speech, to your 1,000 speech, and eventually if you stick with it long enough, you'll become really good at it. And I wish you all the best. I send you love and green lights going forward, and hopefully you go on with the journey and you make your first video of the day and just go for it. Take care, my friend. Namaste.